Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Delicious in Dungeon, Season 1, Episode 9. So last time, we had a pretty cool backstory. It has been a couple weeks for me. I took a bit of a break so that way I could play Path of Exile 2 because I'm a degenerate, and I was excited for that game, and I wanted as much time as I could play in the first week as I could. But we are back, and we have the holidays coming up too. Well, over there. I have some of my gifts ready and all that for family and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys have happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Have a good time, spend time with your family, tell them you love them, all that good stuff. So yeah, but last time we had some backstory from Marcille and learning a bit of her stuff and the fact that she kind of ran into Fallen a little bit too. And it turns out they kind of knew each other before all like the adventuring began, which is really neat. So they were cultivating spirits, and we learned that Marcille is kind of like really interested in creating a dungeon someday, but like a more peaceful one that can be used for like to further humanity's evolution in a way, whatever that may be. I don't know exactly what she wanted to use it for, but whether it was to like propel the economy or train new adventurers, like a safe and controlled environment. And that's a really neat idea from her. So I thought it was a really cool episode. But yeah, we also had the Undine they were fighting at the end there that did some good damage. But I think they just, if I remember correctly, they just ran away from it. Right? It didn't cliffhanger us on that problem. Right? I think they got away. But yeah, let's watch this next episode and see what happens this time. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. A Netflix series. Time to watch the opening right now. I need to cut my fingernails. Isn't it crazy how, like, how quickly you can go from, like, your fingernails being at, like, an okay length to, like, if I would have noticed them, I would have been like, yeah, I should cut these soon. But there's like this moment where I don't really pay attention to it, and then all of a sudden I do different things with my hands, and I realize they're like poking me and bothering me more, and I'm like, okay, I need to cut my fingernails now. But it's like I feel like it happens overnight, right? Where it hits that point. It's like all of a sudden, but I can't imagine they grew to that point overnight. I don't know. It's just really weird. It's just suddenly it's like, oh, I need to do that. It's a weird thing. Weird thing that I do. I was just thinking about a gift that I sent my friend that he just had an insane response to. It was a really crazy one. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they were making food so she could recover. Yeah, she was part of their previous group. Namari. Ah, Kaka and Kiki. Don't ask me who is who. Hmm. What? Some food? Gnomes. Well, that's... Oh my god! Is she dead? I mean, they talked about reviving, right? Jesus. I want to know the rules. Always. It's not the first time. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Hmm. Oh, wow. Huh. So if you die outside the dungeon, you're just dead? Is there a way to bring people back out there? Or it sounds like it might just be in the dungeon that it's possible. That's crazy. Hmm. Yeah, that axe has seen better days. Uh-oh. Hmm. Yeah, well. His face. I hate this guy. Oh, shit. be more armored, maybe it can't pierce you. Oh, look at him without his helmet. I think it's the first time we've seen that. It beats me. Danger noodles, is that what you just said? Oh my god, he got yeeted up fast. Oh. Ah. Oh, that do it? He sure cares for Kiki. Oh no. Uh, uh, no, time to eat it. It's like a banana. Oh, no. Just eat it. It doesn't. Yeah. No. Nice. All better. She just noticed. Uh, she doesn't want to. She said it was her first time. What's this? Battle music. He's like, oh, I don't think I am. They just poured boiling water in it, didn't they? Is that the only thing they did? Hmm. Damn. Oh, they have a returning spell. Okay. Wait, what? No. No. Yeah, and how's Marcille gonna get back down here? No. Hmm. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. I guess that makes sense. Oh, interesting. What? B. little, like, little mollusk in it. Ugh. I don't want her to leave. Hmm. Oh. She knows. Oh, shit. Damn. It started as a shield. That's so funny. Put it over a fire and kill it. She gonna stay? They have water Oh! Jeez. Oh! Damn! She's gonna take it. So suspenseful. Damn. Ooh, it's hot. Oh, it's hitting less. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be hot. Oh, cook something in the water? No, some more of the roots. Nice. Oh, I want some food. This show always makes me hungry, every time. It's dangerous. I'm trying to diet. No. She doesn't usually eat the dungeon food, or the monsters in the dungeon. Oh, it worked! No, it's gonna be delicious. No, no punishment. Yep. No, it's the skill, man. Oh, I didn't eat all your food? Or did you even try any of it? Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's sitting around eating. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Interesting. What? Why didn't he stay and help find her then? I guess he just wanted to go do it on his own. Bye bye. Alright, cool. That was a fun one. Oh no, I don't want to watch the next episode. We're gonna watch the credits. But yeah, okay, so we had Namari come in here with she was in the party in the very beginning. We saw her and they ended up leaving and doing their own thing. Understandable. Like it stinks what happened to Fallen, but you can't expect people to jump back into Lion's Den for someone, you know? Like you gotta look out for yourself too. Like sure, it sucks, but you know. But yeah, so the gnome grew on me a little bit. Tanaru or something like that. Or Tanu or something. But anyway, but he was still he was a little rude, you know. Just I mean, I guess it does take his mana and stuff, which is used for his own purposes and stuff. So I can kind of understand charging to heal someone, but you see someone hurting and you're just gonna be like, pay me money, you know? And then when they don't have the money, they're just like, they just don't do it. I don't know. Doesn't sit well with me. But, and then the way he was like, hey, all of you go get your hands dirty for me. That is it, guys, for episode 9. But yeah, just the way that he was like, just go get your hands dirty for me, do everything for me while I just sit back and watch. And like, yes, he's the healer, but you don't have to be. He was just kind of rude about it, you know. Like they're trying to come up with a plan and everything. He's just like, just go defeat it, you know. It's like you can't just dive in when you don't know what's going on. You gotta investigate, figure out what you're up against, figure out how to beat it first, and then you go in and fight it. So, but yeah, it is what it is. But he really cared about the other members of his party. It seemed like everyone but Namari. Like he obviously cared for Namari a little bit, but not as much as he like as soon as Kiki got grabbed, he was freaking out, right? Like he really wanted to save her. So, yeah, it's just interesting that I mean, I guess it's just he's only capable of caring about the people that are closest to him, I suppose. But they were gnomes, which is cool. And the older lady, I don't know if that's supposed to be his wife or just another member of the party or whatnot, but she was or just like they're researchers, so maybe like a coworker or something. But I don't think she said a word the whole episode. It's funny. Excuse me. The biggest piece of information this episode, though, was talking about death and reviving, and I was curious how that worked in the conditions behind it. So it seems like there's some kind of magic on this place that causes your soul to, like, be... I mean, in the visuals, they showed it chained to the body, but they made it so like your soul is unable to escape your body, essentially. So I think he said just healing magic, if I'm not mistaken. He said just healing magic is enough to revive someone, which is pretty crazy, that that level of magic in this world, which makes me wonder, like, they mentioned healing magic is enough to bring someone back. Does that mean there is revival magic that can be done like outside the dungeon? Or is there not? That's what I'm not sure of. But I guess maybe we'll learn more as we go, or maybe we won't because we don't spend a lot of time outside the dungeon. But but yeah, that was probably like the biggest little like or one of the biggest little lore reveals here is just that's kind of how the reviving works, and that's pretty wild. So like I wonder what it takes to truly die. Like they talked about people coming back as zombies. Are they able to be saved, or is that like is their soul then corrupted? Because wouldn't that mean the soul is still in the body, but the body's been like turned into a zombie? I just wonder like how all that works. Like what at what point are you like truly dead? Like if one of these mob monsters like fully digests you and there's no body left, I don't know that you can be brought back from that, right? So I guess that's just where I'm just wondering like what at what level does it have to be that you're fully dead in the dungeon, or is there? So, but maybe we'll explore that at some point too. Anyway, uh it's really fun the way they dealt with the Undine was by trapping it within his cooking pan, which used to be a shield that he just repurposed, but it's made out of a really solid material that was able to contain it. They got it over to the fire and cooked it up good, and then made a stew out of it. And so that was a lot of fun, and it was able to get her a little bit of her mana back. So I guess she can stay with the group. And that's another thing is we had the possibility of them sending Marcille away because she was out of mana. So now, if how long does it normally take to get all your mana back if you use it all? Like that's another thing that's really interesting. Like she came all the way down in the dungeon. She hasn't casted too many spells, but like was she just slowly draining? Like was she like a fourth down from like the start of the dungeon to here? Like what does it take for her to get her mana back other than, the method we saw here? I would have assumed it would be like a D&D thing where you get like your spell slots back when you rest, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It doesn't seem to be just like an overnight thing. Excuse me. So that's like a really scary thing. Or maybe it's something where like if you get drained to like nearly absolute zero mana, then it's a lot harder for it to come back than when you're, sitting plush at like over half or something. I don't know. Maybe it's something along those lines, but certainly interesting. But I'm glad. I was worried that she was gonna have to leave, and then I don't know if she would have been able to get back down by herself unless she like came with another party. It kind of sounded like she would have just been like out of the group, right? Like that would have been it, and they would have just continued and tried to find a way to save Fallen themselves. So, but yeah, really glad she stayed. And the whole thing with Namori was interesting, where they were saying how if she like keeps taking on jobs like that, like seeming like she's desperate for money, she's gonna get this reputation of accepting any job. And I mean, I guess I could see that with it being like a tight knit community and things like that. But I mean, is it so unrealistic for people to just change jobs for money in this world? Or what? But in the end, it seems like she really did want to join their party, not just for the money. I guess she did enjoy her time with them. So, despite the fact that Tanu uses her as a meat shield, like that was so rough. The fact that he just used her to block that Undine's attack and just killed her and brought her. I mean, sure, he brought her back, but man, I would not be happy if someone just repeatedly killed me. And it sounded like it happened more than once, not just that time. I'd be so angry if someone killed me over and over again. But anyway, very fun episode. I'm glad Marcel got to stay. was cool meeting Namori, who is someone we've seen in the I believe she's in the opening and the ED. So that was pretty fun, and now we will. And I guess I forgot that we didn't get past the Undine. We just kind of ran back, and we still needed to deal with it. So when I talked about it in the beginning, I didn't realize we were going to be focusing on. Obviously, we focused on some other things too, and we had like the tentacle plants and things like that they peeled like a banana, which was funny. Um, but yeah, and now we're able to move forward and see what is next in our journey. I think they're getting sounded like they were getting somewhat close to the dragon. I wonder if it's gonna be like I believe this is a 2-cour show, right? 24 episodes roughly. Yeah, exactly 24 episodes. So maybe a lot of the times anime do 2 cours, right? Where they do like the first 12 and then the next 12. And usually the first 12 are kind of like their own story, and then second 12 we get a new opening and it continues. So maybe, or at least like maybe not a different story, but at least it like concludes an arc sort of thing. So it's possible that by 12 maybe we say Fallen and then we move on from there to whatever the next goals are. We'll see. But anyway, very good episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. 2 episodes ahead of time on there through the early access tier. There's also the Patreon show tier, which will get you shows that aren't even released to YouTube yet. All kinds of things on there, like the rest of Sinfo gear that isn't released yet. All of Freerin is on there, and I am currently watching Solo Leveling, which I'm almost finished, and I'll be starting another one. So check all that out if you're interested in more content from me. For live action, I'm watching The Expanse on there right now. There's The Last of Us, Watchmen, Shogun, all kinds of goodies. So check all that out if you're interested. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.